Major funding for Jann Scott Tonight is provided by Mike's Camera and Video. Additional funding provided by Mickey Manor. And by Foothill Shooting Center. By Dinstall's Fine Garage. By Stagehouse Books and Prints. And by Eads News and Smoke Shop. And by Casa Alvarez Mexican Restaurant. And by Pour La France. Major funding for Jann Scott Tonight is provided by Runner's Roost. By Boulder Army Store.
Tonight, Jann asks, did OJ do it? Should he get the death penalty? Then, Jann takes you to the OJ Simpson trial in LA to join the media circus. Coming up next on your television.
All right, here we are back on the 16th Street Mall again today with Jann Scott Tonight. Today we're going to be talking about OJ and the media nightmare. The nightmare continues with the OJ Simpson trial in the news. It is a nightmare too. Do you believe those goofy news people? They put him on every single night. That's my opinion on OJ Simpson. The guy is guilty of sin. Why don't they just take him outside and execute him publicly and get it over with? He should be a stand-up man. Come forward. Admit what he did and get it over with. And the news media, what are they doing? Why are they following this around? We're going to talk to people and see if they even really care about O.J. Simpson. Why are they just staying on this guy? Why don't they just drop it? He's just another wife beater who murdered his wife. Why are we glorifying him? We should be shunning him.
That's a good question. You know, sir, my opinion of the whole situation is I don't believe that he actually did it. I believe that he knows who did it, and there's a good possibility that he paid someone to do it.
Oh, yeah. So he was in on it.
Well, so to speak, yes, sir.
Don't you think that, I mean, it's like, why is the news, why are we fawning over this? Why are we paying so much? Who the hell cares? I mean, do you really care? Wouldn't you rather see something else in the news?
Well, actually, no news is good news, right?
No, yeah, there you go. That's true.
Well, unfortunately, nowadays, the only good thing is bad stuff.
Yeah.
And we live in a society where there's nothing but war, combat. It's a sad thing.
You have a Marine Corps hat on.
Yes, sir.
Marine Corps emblem, so you were in the Marine Corps before.
Yes, sir.
Are you now?
No, sir.
You don't have to call me sir. That's what they used to call me.
Well, because of injuries sustained in combat, there's just no way I would. I mean, if I could, but they wanted to give me a desk job, so I can't take it. But my opinion is, I don't believe that he did it, but I believe that he knows who did it, and there is a very good possibility that he paid someone.
How about public execution for people who murder people, gang
public
members?
Execution?
Yeah, that's, firing squad. You shoot the person against the wall after
Sorry, man, that sounds like something.
Out of a Banana Republic?
Well, you know what it sounds like? You ever saw that movie, Schindler's List?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
That's it.
And as far as a Hitler...
But we don't... Do you believe in capital punishment? For people who kill people?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do.
Okay, so then instead of, we have these court of appeals. I mean, Colorado hasn't executed anybody in a long time. So if you kill somebody, instead of having all these long periods, you should die. And what I say is do it publicly. They should just shoot the person against the firing squad, have a due process. But
they did that to a gentleman by the name of Gary Gilmore, I believe.
He was the last person in the United States shot by firing squad.
This is a different thing. It's more bloody. I mean, you got, 10 guys, 12 guys?
Yeah.
Everybody has a rifle, and only one guy has a bullet. Everybody's got to aim, right?
Yeah.
No one knows who shot the guy.
We'll give everybody a bullet.
Well, if that's the case, there's guys out there, if they believe that the man needs to die, which Well, most people do. I mean, if you kill somebody, you need to go because you are a menace to society.
That's exactly right. All right.
And if that's the case, then public, well, I guess in a way public is bad, but in most ways public is good because that would give the individuals that want to commit crimes something to think about before they commit a capital crime like that.
Thanks. Can I talk to you, Ragdoll? How's it going?
Hi.
Are you sick of OJ?
Very.
OJ's it's the television news. Is it a nightmare?
Yes.
Well, now, what's the story with Wendy's? You guys got a $95,000 fine the other day for light burgers. Are you responsible for this?
Not quite.
Not quite. Okay.
What I heard is they were like an eighth of an ounce off or something on some
An
of
ounce
them.
off.
An eighth of an ounce.
We have to do something about that. What are we going to do? Are you giving away free burgers today?
No, but cheap enough.
Now, how's your dad doing?
Very well, I hope.
What's the deal with him? Okay. All right, now,
Maybe you need a coupon.
No, I don't need a coupon. Let's go back to OJ. So, do you think he did it?
Yeah. Definitely.
So, don't you think you should be just a man and come forward and say, "That's it, I did it," and you know?
Oh yeah, and save us a lot of money.
And so, yeah. I mean, aren't you just sick of seeing this thing in the news? Isn't
Very.
this insane? What the hell is the news media doing?
Wasting our money.
I think he should just come forward. I wish he would. I wish he shot himself in his truck. That would have been a glorious way out. Left a confession and.
Or someone shoot him.
Now, what about? We got one other question for you. He's a wife beater and a murderer. So shouldn't we be shunning him rather than glorifying this
We
jerk?
should put him in some cell as an example to rot.
Yeah, don't you think? Hey, how about this? How about if O.J. Simpson represents the dirty little secret of men?
Which is?
Which is that they're violent and they beat women and children.
Oh, none of them that I know do that.
They don't?
No.
All right. How about that football and organized sports contribute to violence?
I think so because they think they can get by with everything. And they do.
Well, thanks, Wendy. And you're going to put the beef back in tonight?
Definitely.
Good. The OJ TV news nightmares continue. Don't you think it's a little insane that they just like covering this thing every single day? I mean, do you care?
Well, I think it is unfortunate for OJ that they are continually to cover the news every day on him. I feel that they ought to just go ahead and be done with it personally. If he's guilty, why don't they go ahead and charge him? And if he's not, why don't they go ahead and leave the man alone?
Well, he is guilty. I think he's going to. Okay. How about this? You think he's true? I think he's guilty. Did he do it?
Personally,
Yeah.
I don't think OJ is guilty. I think that he knows about the incident, but I don't think he's guilty.
Shouldn't he come forward and tell them if somebody else did it?
Definitely, yes.
He should be a man and say, that's it. If he set it up, he should come forward and whatever.
Exactly, and admit to his wrongdoing because, I mean, if you've done something like that, you need to be punished for it. I mean, that's just the bottom line.
Should he get the death penalty if he did? If he set it up, should he be executed?
That's a hard one. I don't want to say yes or no, but I'll put it this way. Whatever the state of California deems for whatever penalty that he is going to receive, I feel they ought to go ahead and proceed.
Well, what about wife beaters? I mean, see, doesn't he represent the dirty little secret that everybody knows about us guys, men? You know, that we hit women and children more than we ought to, and everybody kind of keeps it a secret.
Well, I feel that if you do put your hands on a woman, you need to pay for it. If you put your hands on kids, you need to pay for it.
Yeah.
So if he is guilty, and according to you, you told me that he is, I feel that he needs to be punished.
Yeah. Well, okay, one other thing. Organized sports, football. Doesn't football contribute to violence in society, is it? Organized sports and football in general.
Well, football most definitely is a barbaric sport.
Yeah.
I feel that they need to, well, I'm into football though, so I would hate to see it taken off the air, but yes, I do feel that football is an aggressive, barbaric sport.
TV news is a nightmare the way they continue to cover this whole thing. And it's like, do you really care about following this trial? No. I mean, is the news, isn't the news just kind of, aren't they overdoing it?
Overbearing, way overbearing.
It's like, why are they doing this? Why don't they talk about something else that's real?
Just get off the subject. He's innocent until he's proven guilty.
Do you think he's guilty?
No. He's innocent until he's proven guilty, and they haven't proved that yet, so they shouldn't accuse a man until he is proven guilty.
Do you think he was a wife beater?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Speculation. Speculation. No proof of it.
All right. Thanks.
You bet.
All right. That all the news is doing is they're just turning this into a sport, a spectator sport. They're feeding us this stuff, and it's like, I mean, do you guys even care about watching this, or do you?
Yes.
You do care?
Yes.
Why?
Because of we have more of an interest in the OJ trial than maybe the average ordinary individual that walks around on the street.
Who's we?
Huh?
Who's we?
We as kind of members of a criminal defense bar.
Oh, are you a criminal?
No.
No, you're part of the criminal defense bar. Same thing. He's a lawyer.
We're actually all lawyers.
You're all lawyers?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's not. Are you a lawyer?
Yes.
You are? Oh my God, it's. Okay, no. I did not mean to insult you. Okay, let's get to the bottom line. Doesn't O.J. Simpson truly represent the dirty little secret that women especially know about men, and that is that men are violent, and that we don't talk about it in society?
No.
No.
No?
No.
No.
No, I don't think so. I don't.
You don't think that we keep that a secret, that we hardly even look at it? Domestic violence?
No, I think the issue of domestic violence is addressed all the time. I think the media is really going overboard on this particular case.
Oh, with the O.J. Simpson?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a feeding frenzy.
It is.
Why are they? So you disagree with him then?
Well, I don't think that it needs to be on television, no.
Constantly, huh?
Mm-mm.
How about us? Doesn't the whole O.J. Simpson case represent the fact that football is a violent sport and it destroys people who play it? It contributes to violence in society. That men who are trained to play football are trained along military lines, and once they leave the game, they can't shut it down. And O.J. Simpson exemplifies that, the way he beat his wife and then brutally murdered her. I mean, it's pretty clear that the guy's guilty as sin, right? That's a very serious question. It's very serious. Did not make it up.
What is very sad is that our system of justice is based off the fact that we're supposed to presume individuals innocent. The fact that people such as yourself and other people here in the public are already formulating an opinion before this case has ever even gone to trial is sad. And F. Lee Bailey said that the best when he appeared on one of the shows. Also, to address the issue of football, I played football when I was in college. Football does not breed violence. Football is a game that people play, and if you keep it within that context, then you would be able to understand it. For a lot of individuals who have never played the sport and learned the discipline, the hard work, and everything that goes into that sport, and the finesse, more so than ever, even a violent nature.
It's a violent game.
No, it's not any more violent than anything.
Than
watch
war.
Any NBA game.
Okay, watch the Persian Gulf War. That was the biggest football Super Bowl we had going.
No, that's not true. The war.
Our big team stomping the snot out of their team.
The difference is when you play football, individuals aren't out there losing their lives. When you have a war where you're playing with guns and things, individuals lose their lives on a grander scale.
Come on, are you guys in denial that O.J. Simpson was a wife beater? I mean, there seems to be enough evidence.
I mean, it hasn't been proven. It clearly has not been proven.
You got to look at this. Here are lawyers. I mean, I can't believe this. These guys are actually backing up this. We have been in denial in this country about domestic violence, and these are the people that keep that kind of thinking in place. That's what.
Right. I mean, I think that's what this whole system is about: is the presumption of innocence. And he should be thought of as being innocent until he's proven guilty. I mean, anything short of that is speculation.
If he wasn't O.J. Simpson, there would have been some kind of deal cut, and he would have been down the road. How many guys like O.J. kill their wives every single day in the United States? And in the state of Colorado, it's unbelievable. The numbers are staggering. What do we have, 60 deaths a year by domestic violence?
It's kind of crazy that you would even put it in that context of guys like O.J.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know something that we don't?
Well, I mean, there's enough testimony that says that he beat his wife.
There hasn't even been a trial.
All right, okay.
I mean, that's the whole problem.
All right, he did. I've heard of the Constitution, and
which allows you to
absolutely come right out here and say exactly what I think.
That's right.
And it would protect you if you were wrongly accused. And that's what it's doing now.
I mean, you love the first, but you forgot about the fourth, fifth, and sixth, right?
I haven't forgot about them.
They just don't matter?
They matter. They matter.
Not to you.
They matter. Don't you think O.J. should just? I mean, come on. Is the guy guilty or what? No.
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I can't believe this. You know. They know. You know. You know in your heart.
What?
You know that he's guilty.
No, none of us have said that.
All
No.
right. It's crazy. All right.
No, you're crazy.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Edit that
All
part.
right. No, we're not going to edit it. We'll leave it in. See you guys.
Watch out if anybody ever comes up and IDs you and says that the white guy in the hat did it.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Did he do it? 4471 Tell me OJ didn't do it. Tell me half the guys who are arrested for domestic violence do not beat their wives. I mean, are the cops stupid? Do they go out and arrest people that didn't do things? No. Okay, what do you do? Who are
I
you?
work for a law firm. My name is Melody Allen.
We're talking about OJ. OJ, the OJ TV news nightmares continues. And my contention is this, is that the news is treating the OJ Simpson case like a big football game.
I agree with that. I feel sorry for him from the perspective of that no one else in this in the country would be made such a spectacle of like he has been.
Did he do it?
Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know for sure, but I certainly have my opinion.
Well, okay, yeah, that's what we're interested in. What is your opinion? Do you think he beat his wife? Do you think there's enough evidence to show that?
I believe so. Yes.
Does the OJ Simpson case, does it represent the dirty little secret that we all know about men, which is that we're really violent and that we beat women and children and that we don't want to talk about it publicly?
Well, I think it reveals a dirty little secret, although I don't want to say it's necessarily pointed at men, because I think wives can be abusive to their husbands as well.
Yeah, but like in about 3% of the cases. I mean, in Colorado, we have 40 safe houses for women and children, not one for men. I mean, that's got to tell you something about domestic violence, that women need to be protected from men.
Or women need combat training.
Hey, no, listen, women, okay. Did he do it? Did OJ do it? Did he kill his wife?
Well, I hope he didn't. I really hope he didn't, but I feel, or I guess I would be inclined to believe that he probably did.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye. Don't you think TV news is turning this into a nightmare?
I think it's a joke.
It is. They shouldn't even be covering it, should they?
They ought to just let it rest. It's over and done with until his trial comes.
You think he did it?
We're not here to judge, sir.
Oh, yes, we are. We have opinions. I mean, do you think the guy beat his wife?
Yes.
Yeah. Probably. Huh?
Without a doubt.
Do you think football contributed? Of course, he grew up in Oakland, but do you think football contributed to his violence? Do you think football makes people violent so they can't shut it off once they get out of the game?
No. I think you're just as an individual, as a person, you just control your own emotions and how you feel in that.
Well, I don't know about football players, though. It seems like it preconditions people to become very violent. They can't shut it off afterwards. It's sort of like, doesn't the O.J. Simpson case represent the dirty little secret that women know about men, and that is that we're violent and we beat them up a lot? Colorado has 40 safe houses for women, not one for men.
To a certain degree.
Tough stuff, huh? We don't talk about this, do we, in public, guys? Domestic violence toward women or children.
They just want to shove it under the rug and keep it there.
What do you think should happen if he did do it? What should happen to him?
Life in prison without parole.
You believe in the death penalty? You think you should get the death penalty?
Yes, I do.
Me too.
If he's found guilty, death penalty.
They won't give it to him. They won't give the death penalty to anybody.
It's all about politics. That's the bottom line.
I know. All right, thanks.
Politics and money.
All right, see you later. Goodbye. Lawyers, man. Goddamn lawyers. They'd let him go free. They'd let everybody go free. Well, next we go to Los Angeles to cover the OJ trial. Actually, we're going to cover the media at the OJ trial and this entire circus atmosphere. Oh my God. Don't squeeze the juice. We might buy one on the way back. How much are they?
$15.
$15. These are nice.
$15.
Do you think he did it?
No, by no means.
No?
By no means.
He wouldn't have done it.
By no means.
You think he was a wife beater?
No.
And you think he was into knives? They say he has a nice collection of knives. This is quite the shirt. Did you make these in your basement?
That's right.
Did you really? Are you a senior citizen out here trying to make a buck?
That's right.
Let's have a look at it. This is good. I like it. Free of the juice. Don't scream. This is. What do you think? You think he did it? Just between you and I. Come on.
I don't know and I don't care, but
you
the
know
evidence...
he did. He killed his wife. He grabbed her, he cut her throat, and he killed her.
No,
hey, are you a veteran?
Yeah.
All right.
5 years before, they should have put him in jail when he hit her.
That's right. Yeah.
And then this wouldn't have happened.
That's right.
It's the Justice Department's fault.
That's right. You hit your wife, you go to jail, right? Do you ever hit your wife?
God forbid I would have hit her.
Yeah.
God forbid I would have ever hit my wife.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. You hit your wife, you go to jail.
Definitely.
Well, today we're going to be covering the O.J. Simpson trial. Here we are in the Criminal Courts Building, Los Angeles. This is out in front of the O.J. Simpson trial hearing. People have put these up. So what do you think? Contact sports, are they dangerous? Do women lose when men watch contact sports? 4 women are killed a day in the United States by their husbands or boyfriends or exes. This is the issue around O.J. Simpson. Not that he was a great American hero and that the poor guy's on trial. Behind me is all the media equipment that's used in the O.J. Simpson trial. Television crews from all over the country have come here. $35,000 a month. Satellite equipment to uplink O.J. to every place. I'm Jann Scott. I'm the star of radio and television.
Oh, that's
in
wonderful,
Denver.
but no,
You know, he's not impressed. He
no,
lives in Los
but-
Angeles. He shouldn't be impressed.
Sure.
Huh?
But I'm impressed
Hey,
with
have
everyone.
you ever met Johnny Carson? Has he been
Johnny Carson? Yeah, I know Johnny Carson.
Do you?
Yeah. But he doesn't impress me either.
I know.
Okay. Anyhow, all I'm saying is that... well, why you're doing
Well,
this?
we're putting you on our television show. So
I
you have any relatives in Denver you want to say hi to?
No, I
Huh?
don't have any relatives in Denver, but I'm just saying that, you know, this is all because of O.J. Simpson.
I know.
And so O.J. Simpson is on trial, and so that's why the media is there.
What's this stuff back here? What the hell is all that?
All these platforms are for different media, like NBC, CBS, ABC.
Oh, do they do their morning shows and
They
things?
do the morning shows from over there, and they do it from that area that they're in. That's where they do their live shots from, and their morning shows.
Oh, yeah. Holy man, oh man. This is amazing.
NBC.
Has this all been set up?
It's all been set up.
Let's just walk up. This is like in the past 3 months, this has all been set up. You see all of this media that's here? This is unbelievable, isn't it?
This is all the media.
This is unbelievable.
All these represent all the different medias from other countries. You know, there are a lot of people come from England, from Japan.
Is that right?
From Germany, from all through the world. They all come over and to try to find out all about the O.J. Simpson trial. That's all they're really concerned about. That's the basic thing.
Don't you think it's a little disgraceful that they got all this crap going around about some guy who kills his wife,
right?
And
kills someone else.
What the hell is?
It's disgusting.
Huh? It is, isn't it?
Disgusting, and
they ought to take him out behind the barn and shoot him.
Well, they don't have to take him out behind the barn and shoot him, but I think they should just have a trial, and a regular trial, just like any other normal citizen.
Yeah.
Not that because he's a football player, because he was important to the football world.
See, that's why the media doesn't want to talk to me, because this is nonsense.
You know why?
Why?
That's why they don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
That's why I don't mind talking, but because I know it's nonsense, and I feel badly about it myself.
Is it? Yeah,
and I feel that I'm a fool to be here, but somebody has to be here. Okay.
Okay, thank you. They treat this like a sporting event. All right, thanks.
Yeah, that's all.
All right, thanks. So here's another example of the disgrace the media is making out of itself. Spending millions of dollars here at the O.J. Simpson trial in California. Equipment everywhere, so they have this gigantic stage set up here for court TV. It's what we call a national disgrace. It's the national media disgrace. This is the stuff they don't show you on television about themselves. But remember I was telling you earlier, television never talks about itself? We talked about this in some of the other shows. They never talk about themselves. This is a multi-million-dollar setup here across from the courthouse. Big bucks on this O.J. Simpson trial. It's a sporting event for you. Here at the O.J. Simpson trial, they're giving away prizes. The Prize Patrol van. Isn't that nice? What a nice radio station promotion. Well, this is the kind of the media frenzy here. The O.J. Simpson trial out in front. It's about 10:30 in the morning. They're all kind of hanging out. They got all the cute girls here to cover the O.J. Simpson trial. Wave. Have you sold any yet? Are you trying to sell them?
Well, yeah, this particular piece is for $11,500.
Oh, $11,500? That's pretty cheap. Sell one of those, man, you'll make a house payment for about a year, huh?
Yeah.
5 years.
I got a few of them out there.
Cool. Very nice.
This is the only original of O.J. Simpson that I'm going to work on.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Our media pals. The crews. Here's the media waiting like a piranha at the O.J. Simpson trial outside the courthouse building.
And attorney Robert Shapiro expressed concern that the families would be seated too close to members of the defense team who'd be using computer terminals to communicate. In the end, Judge Ito did not seem too opposed to either consideration and will likely work out some sort of compromise and agreement to all this. There was no mention of any possible case of jury contamination and whether any jurors overheard members of the press talking about this case outside Judge Ito's courtroom in the hallway.
Live from Los Angeles, it's the O.J. Simpson trial. Kind of California's favorite fruit, oranges. Oranges are good for you. Yeah. Very good. Oh, did you see my new shirt? Major funding for Jann Scott Tonight is provided by Nature's Own Imagination. And by La Iguana. And by Potter's Restaurant. Additional funding for Jann Scott Tonight is provided by the Royal Peacock Indian Restaurant. And by the Pilates Center. By the Ringmaker. Bears Crossing! And by Gary Stahl, Goldsmith. And by Timothy D's Artistic Salon and Spa.